Can you elaborate on collaborating again and where this idea for the sequel came from?
It started with a joke about where the Minotaur gets his underwear, his tighty whities that he famously wears in The Lightning Thief. And we thought, what if he like knits his own, and why would he do that? And then that got us into this whole tangent about who is this Minotaur and why does he enjoy knitting? And Mark really was the one who took that kernel of an idea and turned it into something viable and something really vibrant.
I don't think I even told anyone when I had the idea. I just wrote it down in my notes app of, what if the Minotaur shows up at Camp Jupiter and is like, yo, Hazel, I need some help. What would he be asking for help, and what would Hazel's reaction be? And then so much of my initial thought before I came to Rick was like, hey, so this joke you made has now caused this whole idea to pop out of my head, was thinking about what is it about Nico and Hazel that either hasn't been explored directly or is like they have in common, and it's that both of them deeply dislike being judged. And every instance we've seen them being judged in the series, they have very strong reactions to it. And I love this idea of, what if they have a story that is about them and other characters being judged?
What goes into creating a book that is so appealing for everybody?
I try to create a story that I would be comfortable and happy telling my middle school students back when I was a middle school teacher. So it's got to be relevant, it's got to be fast-paced, it's got to be fun and funny. But there's also got to be something real there, something they care about, something that speaks to them. If I can make a story that appeals to that very difficult audience of middle school kids who have so much else going on and so many other things pulling at their attention, hopefully it will also appeal to kids that are younger and kids that are older and adults.
I really loved seeing Nico and Will's relationship develop in this book. What can you guys say about what fans can see from them as a couple?
The Sun and the Star was about their relationship existing and what happens when it's challenged by these outside forces. And so this book, our challenge was that, one, we didn't want to repeat ourselves, but I actually think there is little to no strife between Nico and Will, but instead it's how do they keep going on and what happens. Oh God, that was a spoiler. I almost blurted out like a very big spoiler. I'll just say Nico is on a very particular journey with his mental health. Will is learning, how do I actually support this person? I feel like our examination of them is getting a little more subtle with this book.
Can you guys talk to me about your book tour and just being able to share the excitement with fans?
Oh, I'm so excited. We try to design a show that is entertaining and silly, and it does have an element to it that is chaotic, where we get to answer questions from the audience and whatnot, so that it does have a unique feel to it. And so what I'm most excited for, and what was so fun about touring for Sun and the Star, was like getting to see fans' enthusiasm and to getting to see how much these characters in particular mean to people, and the number of cosplayers of Will and Nico, and now I'm excited to see Hazel cosplayers, hopefully.
The enthusiasm, it really is sort of a feedback loop of good feelings, and Lord knows we need those these days. It's nice to see so many people come together just to celebrate reading.